Hello there, Lisa. Okay, great to see you back. And right, let's go. The issue of copyright laws has increased in the last few decades, or over the last few decades, since the governments have launched an organisation to manage such sort of problems. Okay, this is good. We could have made it better by saying especially since the government have launched, or the issue of copyright laws has increased since the governments have launched an organisation. Okay, so we've got two options there. This law has significant impact, or these laws, okay, and we're keeping it consistent, and also it's more appropriate because usually when we're talking about copyright, there's a variety of laws. So these laws have a significant impact on society. However, it could hurt the community. No, here you're saying they have an impact on the society, a positive impact or a negative impact. So we could say this law has a positive, or these laws have a positive impact. However, they could hurt the community. And now it's balanced and the however makes sense. However, if you're just saying they have an impact, then we can't really use this conjunction, okay? And oh, by the way, we might as well link this together into one sentence because it's a bit choppy as it is. It says they would discuss both issues using examples of music and public knowledge to demonstrate points and prove arguments, okay? Or to demonstrate points and support and prove arguments, whatever. But this needs to be perfect, okay? It's an easy sentence to master. And once we've mastered it and got it perfect, then it's just one essay, one sentence less we have to worry about, okay? Which is perfect because that brings us closer to our goal. So, firstly, there is obvious evidence, or clear sounds better, and evidence is a plural noun. So we have to say first there is clear evidence that copyright laws have been a dilemma in discursing musicians. That's the wrong verb. In discouraging, maybe, or that's the only one I can think of. Discouraging. This is because people cannot recreate music from others' content without permission. Okay, not a permission, without permission. For instance, recent studies from US Musician Union, or from a US Musician Union, show that no capital U, show that the artist's production has decreased by 20% after the copyright laws. Okay. Therefore, it's clear that with increased concerns of copyright laws leads to a limitation of creativity. Okay, I don't totally understand this, okay, because I don't know which verb we're saying here. Okay, so I guess that it's discourage, and you're saying that, let's see. Okay, I guess I get the argument, actually. I get the argument. You're saying it's discouraging musicians because they can't create, now because of the law, they can't create new music because they have to ask for permission. So I guess we're valid. That's okay. Secondly, the copyright rules and regulations have a negative effect on public knowledge. Good sentence. This is due to the fact that these regulations, because we've just mentioned them, so they're very near, will limit the access to copyrighted sources on the internet, such, especially in developing countries, or under copyrighted sources on the internet in developing countries. Okay. For example, a study in Kenya has shown that the number of students without online access to textbooks has increased from 30% to 70% in the last 5 years. As a consequence, the quality of education has decreased at universities in those countries. Okay, in which countries? We can't say these countries because we made a specific reference to Kenya. Okay, for example, a study in Kenya showed that the number of students without online access to textbooks has increased, okay, from 30% to 70% in the last 5 years. Good. Okay, as a consequence, let's just restate it and make it clear. So, as a consequence of copyright law, quality education, the quality of education has decreased at universities, full stop, or has decreased at Kenyan universities. Okay, but good argument, much better than the last time. So that's good, crystal clear and straight to the point. In conclusion, although copyright laws have incredible benefits for authors, artists, and people's ideas to protect their rights, we don't need this second conjunction here because we've got one here. So just delete that. We can say they also have disadvantages in regarding knowledge and public information. Good. Thus, according to the examples that have been given above, I don't like these sentences. It's a bit wordy, so just delete that. Thus, copyright laws have many drawbacks that hinder people to be creative. Fine. For now, that's fine. Good work. Very good vocabulary and much better arguments than previously. Okay, it's much clearer. And well done with your error corrections as well. So you, Elisa, we're doing really good. You're improving. Let's have a look at the next one. The bar chart compares the percentages of calorie sources for men at different age groups in the UK. Okay, so let's just see. The bar chart compares the percentages of calorie sources for men in the UK at different age groups. That sounds better. Okay, because otherwise it would be sort of like any men in the world who are at different age groups in the UK, which isn't totally precise. It's men in the UK at different age groups. Okay, so it can be clearly seen that the lowest percentage of dairy is consumed by the age group over 50%. Over 50. Okay, so let's put this. The lowest percentage of dairy consumed is 15%. Okay. What I'm saying is put the 15% next to dairy. So let's see. It can be clearly seen that the lowest percentage of dairy consumed, brackets 15%, was by the age group over 50, full stop. While the highest usage of dairy is 42%, which has been consumed by the age, which has been consumed, or which was consumed is fine as well, which was consumed by the middle group, brackets 25 to 49. Okay, because it just makes it a bit easier to read. Or by the age group 25-49, full stop. Okay, we don't need to say from to. Okay, that's it, because it's quite clear. In comparison, vegetable intake. Okay, in comparison, vegetables. In comparison, the percentage for vegetables is 10% by each age group over 50 years. Okay, pulses. Okay, so let's see. In comparison, vegetable intake is 10% by age group 50 plus. Just put 50 plus, okay? Also, pulses are at 10% in the age group 25-49, full stop. Okay, we don't need to put years every time. This is okay. All right, that's fine. Both age groups, 0 to 24 and over 50, have used the same percentage of meat, which is 20%. Good, very good for finding the group. Meanwhile, the percentage of vegetables has decreased gradually by Meanwhile, the percentage of vegetables has decreased gradually with the increase of age. Good. Interestingly, the usage of dairy dropped from 42% by group age 0 to 24, good, to approximately 15% by group age over 50, full stop. Very good work there. To sum up, the percentages of pulses dramatically went up and reached its peak at 65% by age group over 50 years. In contrast, the percentage of vegetables decreased gradually would be better and reach the minimum at 10% by age group over 50. Okay, that's a good task one. All right. Be careful though. It looks as though your reporting is perfect for a line graph where it shows sort of like a process over time. Here, a more appropriate summary would be something like overall, and that's following the instructions from the course. Overall, each age group had a clear favourite. The youngest preferred dairy, the middle group meat, and the eldest group pulses. Full stop. Incidentally or noticeably, vegetables were not the favourite of any age group. Okay, so be careful. We don't want to be writing like a line graph. We want to be writing for a bar chart. So good work there, Elisa. What I want you to do now is implement all the corrections you've heard, update your error list, send me back your corrected work, and then write me 2 new essays and check those 2 new essays for errors made previously. Okay, you're doing good. Let's keep on improving.